would kind of like to ask you to help me be accountable.
Anywhere you go, you belong.
Happy New Year. Happy 2022. It's finally here. And in fact, the first week has come and gone. And I am just reflecting both on the year past and this first week of the new year and what I've accomplished, what I haven't accomplished. You know, it's funny. I often feel like any resolution I've made around the new year should be resolved within 3 days of the new year. So we're now in day, 9? And all my issues are still there. All the things that I want to work through are still there. And I don't know why I have this thought or this expectation that the resolution and the beginning of the new year is going to suddenly be this perfect panacea for everything. And I am saying that a little bit facetiously, but the thought pops up. So anyway, I just wanted to connect with you for a number of reasons. One, I've been wanting to publish some new vlogs for like 6 months, basically, since I stopped publishing. I tested a few in the second quarter of 2021, and I loved it, and it was really fun. And then I got overwhelmed by perfectionism, and my vlogs obviously were like so far from perfect. And I also got overwhelmed by like the need to have an interesting life to be able to share, or like great camera angles of me making coffee. And to be frank, I don't really have a kitchen that makes that easy. Anyway, maybe that's an excuse, but whatever. It was an excuse. It was an excuse for not doing it. And also I was in a really, really deep depression for a big chunk of last year. And whenever I'm in that kind of dark space, I lose motivation to do anything really other than lose myself in food or Netflix or YouTube videos or Amazon Prime or any video content, basically. So then the thought of making video content just didn't feel right, and I didn't want to be exacerbating the negative. Anyway, those are all excuses. But this is the new year, and with this new year comes a renewed grounding for me. I have gone through the dark tunnel into the light again, and I have some really clear resolutions, goals, objectives, whatever the word is that you want to use. If you don't like the word resolution, I actually have no problem with the word resolution, whether it's on the 1st of January or it's some other time during the year. But I wanted to share them with you. So because I would kind of like to ask you to help me be accountable for them, and possibly join me on the journey if something that I'm sharing inspires you. So first is health. I want to lose weight, but I don't want to lose weight just to lose weight. Like, I want to lose weight because it is tied to my health and my longevity, and I don't want to die tomorrow. So I have a number, an amount of kilograms that I want to lose, but I want to hold off on sharing that publicly for the time being, because I really don't want this to be about the numbers. I don't want this to be about the amount of weight loss. I want it to be more about what I'm doing in my life, the actions I'm taking, the process that will then hopefully theoretically result in a loss of weight. But if I can get the practices incorporated consistently in my life, then if I don't have the weight loss, that's actually okay. Like, weight loss is kind of the cherry on the top. What's most important is I really want to have a regular exercise habit, because I'm tired of getting out of bed and being like, ugh, and like everything creaking and nothing moving and nothing being flexible. And I understand that part of that is age related, but a lot of it isn't. Like, there are a lot of like 50 and 60 and 70-year-olds even, like, who are doing salsa and samba and like yoga mudras and all kinds of things, although I don't really know what a mudra is, but the yoga positions that are kind of crazy. Anyway, point being, age is not an excuse. So I want to create a habit of regular exercise. I also have discovered recently that I am in desperate need of a connection with nature on a regular basis to stay sane. This is something that I discovered through the course of my depression this past year, and also was reflected back at me during a very recent trip to Dubai, which I will share with you in another video. But I need nature. It is my God. So I want to incorporate that into my habits, and that's directly tied to health. And because to get to nature, I need to walk, it's directly tied to exercise. And then the second big component of that is food, both the type of food I'm eating, the amount, obviously, and the when and the how. So last year, I switched from eating croissants and pain au chocolat every morning. Yes, literally, I did do that for like 5.5 years. And I finally switched to oatmeal, and I have it here. It's actually getting cold, but that's okay. Let me just stir it up so it doesn't get totally cold and totally hard as a rock. But I love this. Like, I am now completely addicted to this, and this was a habit that I created last year that I'm actually very proud of. So oatmeal and goji berries and sugar-free soy milk is like my thing now, and it actually has kind of put a dent in my cafe trips on the weekends, because they don't have oatmeal at the cafe. They only have croissants or tartines, or and I'm drawn to the concept of eating that when I'm at the cafe, and so I do, but I'm never as fulfilled or satisfied, and it's not actually as pleasurable for me as eating my oatmeal and sitting on my sofa and looking out the window at the beautiful view I have. And today it's been raining all night, but the sun is out and the rain has stopped. And yeah, so I love the cafes for the social component of it, but I love my little nook for my ritual. So I'm still trying to figure out how to balance those two. But anyway, so breakfast I've got down. Lunch, if I'm in the office, is fine, because here companies are required to either provide restaurant tickets, which are these like €6 or €9 tickets that you can use at any restaurant, actually in all of Paris or pretty much all of France, for your meal, and that's amazing. Or they offer a canteen, like a cafeteria in the company with discounted prices, and that's what my company has chosen to do, which is not nearly as fun, but it's still a nice perk. So when I'm at the office, like, meals are constrained, they're structured, and it's not up to me. So it's kind of takes all the pressure off of me, and I order my, set meal, and voila, basta, that's it. However, because of this lovely COVID and how it's continued on into 2022, we are now, well, still again, back in home offices most of the time. And so lunch is a bit of a challenge, and dinner is my nemesis, because Nighttime is when emotions come up, when I get lonely or I get bored or I'm tired after a day of work and I just don't know what to eat, don't know what I'm feeling like, don't want to put the time into preparing anything. So I just graze and I nibble and I search, and it's very unstructured, and as a result I eat too much, or I eat super late, or I don't eat enough, and then I'm starving right before I go to bed. So that's gotta work out. That's gotta get fixed. So I'll probably be talking a little bit about my attempts at fixing both like lunchtime stuff, dinner stuff, habit stuff around health, physical health. The other thing is mental health. And that is very connected to living in detail. Because to be honest, depression is not something that I just experienced for the first time in 2021. I have experienced it a number of times before in my life. And what I discovered in a previous bout of very deep depression was that my way out of it and my way to maintain joy in my life is to focus on the details, to really focus on the beauty in the details. Not the details meaning like being a nitpicker and focusing on what's going wrong. No, it's focusing on, oh my God, I see this beautiful bird in the tree that I just walked by, or look at that child and how she's interacting with that puppy over there, or oh my God, I've just lit a candle and I love the scent of it. Little things like that. So I would like to bring those little details to you as well and share them with you and share the privilege, just a true privilege of living in Paris and the journey as I discover more about what it's like to be 50 something. I'm 52. And there are some unique components of that. There are also ways in which I still feel like I'm 22 and I'm 14 and I'm 5. And so, oh, the rain just started up again. Even though the sun is out, the sky is blue and it's raining very strongly. So anyway, a detail. All that ramble to say thank you for being here, for listening to this, watching this. Please leave a comment if you are so inclined. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I post next. I haven't yet figured out for 2022 what my rhythm of posting is going to be, but consistency. I think consistency is like the through line of where I'm going with 2022. Consistency in physical health activities, consistency in mental health activities, consistency in vlogging. I did choose a few words for this year. I don't know if you do that as part of your New Year's ritual, but I love doing it. The overarching word is fearless. And fearless to me is about showing up, foibles and all, kind of flinging myself out into the world, flinging myself into the things that I'm scared about. Even if I think maybe my fear is silly, fearless is a big one for me for this year. And then I have 4 supporting words. The first is transformative, because I really, really want this year to be transformative. I want to finally figure out how to unhook from patterns that have come and gone and come again over the years. And so to me, transformative is a big indicator for this year. The second is luminous. I love that word. And to me, it's all about light, being light, sharing light, putting light in the darkness. So yeah, so that's the second word. The third word is, what is it? Oh, listen. It's listening to you, listening to the people I love deeper, listening to feedback, listening to my inner voice, learning what not to listen to as well, listening to nature over the sounds of us humans. And then the fourth supporting word is mojo, because I like the word. It makes me laugh, and I want to bring more laughter and mojo into my life. So anyway, let me know if any of this resonates with you, or what you're doing for the new year, and how your first week of the new year has been. And yeah, let's join me on this journey to see where this goes in 2022. Much love to you. Gros bisous. And I'll see you later. À plus.
Anywhere you go.